Welcome to Tomah, Wisconsin, and the Monroe County Agricultural Society Budweiser Supernational. We get set here for the first hook of the year for our mini rod competitors. Take a look at that big power mill, a Keith Black Old 557 cubic inches. The stress relief machine belonging to this man, Todd BULTMAN, out of Zeeland, Michigan. 9 years experience guiding a mini rod, 4th in the points last year, and he would love to make up some ground this year. Our mini rods, basically 2,000 pounds, a wheelbase of only 96 inches. Now they can run up to a 650 cubic inch engine if it's naturally aspirated, 575 if it's supercharged, and most of the vehicles are supercharged in this class. Todd BULTMAN gets ready to kick off the season here, and it should be noted, the first hook of the year for the mini rods is going to be very important. They do not have a full abundance of hooks, so they've got to do well right here at Tomah. Todd BULTMAN, the first puller out. Everyone will be looking to see what he does here as we kick off a new campaign. Comes off the line very, very easily for Todd BULTMAN. 294 and 5. That's what everyone will be gunning for here in the class. A lot of horsepower here, and that horsepower to weight ratio is what gives this class the wildest ride on four wheels moniker. Lee Swift, a brand new ride out of Coldwater, Michigan. Mr. Thunderman. Been pulling for the past number of years. His first year here on the NTPA Tournament Trail. Lee Swift with his hands full there. Let's go trackside now with Tom Hartzell.
Boy, Lee, tough breakout here. The first run, the new weight division, and broke a front tire off right off the bat.
It's tough. It's all tough all the way around. I don't know what happened out there, but it's just a rough ride.
Well, it looks like you were everywhere but on straight down the track area. Just one of those rides tonight?
Yep, we just got her together late last night and got out here, and it's just a bad deal. It's a brand new tractor for us, and I don't know. I ain't seen the damage yet.
A team that has been tough to beat in the 90s. They've been involved in mini rod pulling for 18 years. It's the Fairbanks family out of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts. This is Philip Fairbanks. He's got the ride here this weekend. 8 years as a driver. Areas, 557 cubic inches. Now the father and brother have racked up 3 consecutive championships in the 90s. Last year, they finished uncharacteristic in 5th. This ride right here produces lots of power. They've only got one goal, and that's to win. It sounds simple. These guys make it simple. Philip Fairbanks going to kick off the new campaign with a victory. At least that's their hope here at Tomah, Wisconsin. This year, the mini rods upped themselves in weight to 2,000 pounds. Let's see if Fairbanks will put that new weight to good use. Picture perfect textbook run, got the wheels up, a full pull. That leads the class.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm beside an ecstatic crew right now. Philip Fairbanks, I'll tell you, that was a whale of a run. It lifted about 75 foot, and you were off and running for the 300-foot mark.
I just got it wide open about 20 feet, and it just picked the nose up, and it wanted to go. Boy, am I excited.
Now, I got to ask you, the new 2,000-pound weight, the maximum weight, including your weight in this tractor, has that made a big difference?
I think we can build a stronger tractor now. We're not going to see the driveline breakages, the guys that take advantage of it. For us, we're just tickled. I mean, that was a hell of a run.
They'll put it in the books. Everyone has to shoot for it, just like this guy out of Thornville, Ohio, Richard Peters in the Buckeye Special. And what makes this vehicle so special is this guy always finishes near the front of the pack. Only one championship. Last year finished second. That's where he usually finishes. He's beefed up the program. Brian Knox has built him a brand new potent JP1 Knox Hemi engine, 526 cubic inches. Not a big cubic inch, but this produces lots of horsepower, lots of power. Richard Peters has been in this business for about 20+ years. He's kind of the granddaddy of the class right here. Anytime he hooks to the sled, he's assured of about a top 5 finish. Usual position, number 2. Let's see if he can make it to number 1 here at Tomah. What an incredible driving effort. He started drifting to the sideline, stabbed the brakes. He goes full pull. We're looking for a pull-off.
Well, a big sigh of relief pulling fans as he gets that helmet off here in this humid evening. Rick Peters, you've been national champion one time. You're going to retire after this year, word has it. You got to be going for it for 1999.
Well, we're hoping. We're leading the Enderley right to minute, so we're going to give them all we can get this year because we're going to hang it up. I've been in for 22 years and been with NTPA for 18 or 19, and we had a good time, met a lot of good people, but I got some other interests in life, and I think it's time to move on.
Well,
the sport will definitely miss him. We've got lots more coming up right here. One of the true fun guys in the world of motorsports, Larry Kester out of St. Wendell, Indiana, the Pennzoil Footloose. A Fontana Arias 557 cubic inch engine, been second in points a couple of years. Second place finish in Tomah. He wants a win here. Almost always near the front of the score sheet, Larry Kester, a man very, very interested and very dedicated to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Loves it when the kids come around the tractors and does a lot for that very special organization. Right now, in his office, the cockpit right there, he's thinking about one thing. Get me to 300 feet. I want to be in the pull-off. Larry Kester all over the track, but a good move right down to 300 feet. He's the third puller heading to the pull-offs.
Larry Kester, you got to feel good with that one.
I guess if you do this and make enough passes, you get good at it, right?
That's right. Practice does make perfect.
Yes, I want to thank Pennzoil and all my sponsors.
You know, Tomah, Wisconsin has been playing host to this pull for 24 years. It's a great vacation spot, lots of activities around the pull, but there's also lots to do in this neck of the woods. So if you're planning a vacation, why not Cranberry Country? BYRON, Dungey, Norville, Illinois, Rat Poison. Look for a full pull. That's what he's looking for. 3 out the gate, looking to make it to 4th. Brian Dungey been Grand National pulling for just the past couple of years, been involved on the regional and state level for a whole bunch of years. Rat Poison, BYRON Dungey out of Illinois, set to tackle 300 feet next, right here at Monroe County Fairgrounds. Just short of the full pull distance, 295 and 7 for the Rat Poison.
Well, pulling fans, he's a little bit worse for wear here with the dirt that these tires throw. But BYRON, you still had a decent run. You went 295 and 7.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, for the second run on it, I'm really happy with that. If we'd have got it out, we couldn't have come the third time anyway. The oil temperature's at 300 right now. Really happy to be here at the NTPA pull and pull that good with these guys. There's some heavy hitters. And when you can pull 295, I'm pretty proud of that. Huh?
When you come to this event, we pull all kinds of vehicles, from the modifieds with a big 4-pack of engines, all the way down to the mini modifieds, which use just one supercharged engine. There's a number of competitors that are looking to grab gold. Let's take a look at the top contenders. The defending mini rod champ is Dennis Horst. Last season, he scored his unprecedented 5th national championship. The 22-year veteran pilots a 541 cubic inch Keith Black Olds, and he should be very tough to beat. The Fairbanks pulling team has racked up 3 consecutive titles in the decade. Last year, the Rat Poison ride had some problems, but the Fairbanks family has ironed out the bugs. If the 557 cubic inch Arias engine can stay together, look for Philip Fairbanks to add another title to the family's mantle in Pittsburgh, Massachusetts. Another top contender is the man with the most years of mini rod pulling under his belt. Richard Peters, a 20-year-plus veteran, has scored 1 championship, but is always near the front of the pack. Last year, he was just 24 points shy of the #1 spot. The dark horse of the mini rods is Larry Kester in the Pennzoil Precision Engineering Mini Rod. Kester, a fan favorite, has 12 years of competition experience. He scored 2 runner-up finishes, and last year a 3rd place end-of-season finish. Kester and his yellow-clad Pennzoil team is very active in the Make-A-Wish Foundation. This is a guy that gives back more than he receives from the sport. No matter who takes home the gold, it will be a hard-fought battle by all the modified minis. Whoever can control the wildest ride on 4 wheels will be a deserving champion. 3 in the pull-off, and this guy hopes to make it 4. Robert Lenzini, Lake Forest, Illinois, the Mac Attack ride. 7 years as a very tough competitor. A Rodec engine making power for a 300-foot pass. Lenzini, very capable of finding the right spot. He just has to make sure he doesn't get caught up in what happened to everybody else. Kind of one-wheeling, back and forth, trying to find the right groove in the track. Lenzini is pulled in all kinds of different locations and is used to finding the right spot, the right groove in the track. Again, all these engines seem to be overpowering one wheel. That one bites and it throws the mini rod side to side. Time for a Mac attack. Here's Robert Lenzini. As he wipes out a couple of signs trackside, he is out of bounds. A tough break. That's why they call it the wildest ride on four wheels. Here's a competitor right here that is Mr. Champion. Dennis Horst, the champion of the division for the past 2 years, 22 years of pulling experience, 5-time champion in the mini rods. Now his Keith Black Olds engine with 541 cubic inches really pumps out the power. Dennis probably one of the smartest competitors in the entire pulling world. Rarely does he make a bad run. Rarely does he have mechanical failures. He is a real scholar of the sport. Likes to make sure that everything is right and tight as he gets set. We have 3 out the gate. Dennis Horst would like to make it 4th, and if he's in the pull-off, look out. He's got a real shot to be a champ. Probably the prettiest pass of the book, a full pull for the red fox and Dennis Horst.
Well, Denny, you're in the pull-off tonight. What a whale of a run.
It was a good run. Just a tad light in the front there, Tom, and I had to use that old brake a little bit to keep her on course, but it was a really good run. It felt good. It had a little speed to it, and it probably looked good, too.
It was one of the best ones we've seen so far in this mini rod class.
We sure like to come back here and do her again.
You're going to get that chance. The pull-off is set for tonight.
What an interesting pull-off it'll be. 4 people in the pull-off. 3 of them have won at Tomah. 3 of them have been national champions. This is a unique story. Our final competitor, Patricia Jackman out of Standish, Maine, in the MAINELY-MINI. Now, she's been a winner on the regional level, 16 years of pulling experience, mainly most of that in the northeastern portion of the United States. But this year, she and her husband Robert have come to play on the Grand National Pulling Circuit, and she has come to play with a real powerful machine. When she's not sitting behind the wheel of the MAINELY-MINI, she's a school administrator. But when the sun is out, it's time to play. Patricia Jackman, MAINELY-MINI, our final competitor. A lot of horsepower for Patricia. 287 and 2 for the MAINELY-MINI. Pearson Foursome is next to the full pull. That's what this sport is all about. The first runs are kind of like the prelims. Whoever pulls the furthest here is going to be your winner in Tomah, Wisconsin. This guy's got a good opportunity. A national championship, to his credit, actually several of them, wins here at Tomah. So he knows what the pressure's all about. He can also count on his father, John Sr., and his brother, John Jr., to make sure that this ride is up to speed. Philip Fairbanks in the rat poison, our first competitor who hopes to go and set a new distance that everyone else will shoot for. Philip Fairbanks likes being in this spot too. Everyone else could be chasing him. Green flag is out for the rat poison. He comes off the line hard and establishes 268 and 6 for Philip Fairbanks.
Well, Philip Fairbanks, I tell you what, you're sitting right out there in the pull-off right now.
Well, that'll set the bar for them. See what they can come with. I don't know. That right line was close, but the high side of the track was hard, and that's where you need to be, is up on that high side, and I think it worked.
So this is where reading the track by the driver pays off big dividends.
Well, if it was that easy, then this guy should have no problem. Richard Peters, we heard earlier, he's going to be retiring at the end of this season. Brian Knox guides him back into the sled. Richard Peters would love to have another win here at Tomah and would love to retire from this sport as its champion. He's got one championship to his credit, and he has a boatload of wins here at Tomah, Wisconsin. The Buckeye Special out of Thornville, Ohio. He needs to shoot for 2, 68, and 6. And does he have the right spot on the track? That will be key. Dropping the hammer hard, coming off the starting line. He'll end up at 2:55 even. That's for the Buckeye Special. Larry Koester needs to have a win here at Tomah. He needs to have this season as a championship season. A very true competitor, but once he takes the helmet off, he's one of the lightest, hardest, and funnest people you'll ever be around. The Pennzoil Footloose ride hopes to get by 2, 68, and 6. That's the leading distance here in the pull-off. I think that moving back and forth cost him lots of distance, 2:52 and 7. Right now, that's going to put him third overall in the standings. We started the pull-off with the young gun, Philip Fairbanks, who likes to be first in any type of situation. He likes to be able to lay the mark down that everyone else can chase. For Dennis Horst, he would rather be last. Kind of cagey, kind of like a red fox. Horst likes to be able to go through, find out what it's going to take to win, and then execute that game plan. He also likes to kind of lay back a little bit on parts and equipment. Now, he'll bend the throttle hard here and a chance to win, but he's not going to put it on full kill if half speed will get him the win. Dennis Horst, the biggest champion, the most championships in this sport, set to tackle Tomah. Good run for Dennis Horst, but the battle lines have been drawn for this season. Philip Fairbanks will take the win for the Red Fox, 2:65 even. The Fairbanks team headed to victory lane. Philip Fairbanks, Dennis Horst, Richard Peters, who will be the champion? Let's go now to Tom Hartzell standing by in victory lane.
I've got the winner of the 2,000-pound mini rod class here tonight, the Rat Poison team out of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, the Fairbanks family. Philip doing the driving here this evening. Philip, it's got to feel pretty good to get to this one under your belt.
Oh, I'm tickled to death. The first run of the season, I come out on top, start out the year leading the points, hopefully finish the year leading the points. I really think we got it this year. I really do.
Well, everything's going well. You've been national champion before, and it's pretty obvious tonight the Rat Poison is for real.
That's right. We didn't come all this way for a second. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The winner here tonight in the new and redesigned Rat Poison, I might say, Philip Fairbanks.